Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Action Comics 984. This is the final part of the Revenge storyline from Dan Jurgens, art by Patch Zurcher, color by Hi-Fi, Rob Lay letters, and the editor was Mike Cotton. Eddie Berganza was the group editor. Now we begin with Lois and Crypto and Jonathan trying to hide in the fortress. They're not really having very much luck. Kara is down on the ground with Zod literally standing on her, and Mongol, Blank, and Metallo just kind of lurking around enjoying their victory. Meanwhile, inside the Phantom Zone, Superman's disability is fixed because the portal going into the Phantom Zone negated whatever the Black Vault had caused, because that was kind of a Phantom Zone effect, and it was nullified by actually going into the Phantom Zone. And in the Phantom Zone, we see the heroes trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to track Cyborg, Superman, and Eradicator. Cyborg Superman is furious because he knows Zod betrayed him and sent him in there on purpose. He figured that out pretty quick. But Eradicator is focused on the task at hand, and he's having difficulty maintaining his link with Blank. And Blank is also having a really difficult time because it is really straining him. Meanwhile, Superman finds Cyborg Superman and Eradicator, and they get into a little bit of a knockdown. And Zod is having none of Metallo's back talk about how he's not their real leader, and he knocks him out and then knocks Mongol up into space, and he is very upset by that betrayal, of course. And just as Zod's about to take out Kara, somebody activates the battle suit, and it's John. John's in the battle suit listening to this phantom voice talking to him, but it gives Kara enough time to recover. Meanwhile, Superman and the others are having a pretty good knockdown drag out, and that's when the Eradicator is saved by who else? Ursa. And she has a little surprise of her own, and that is not good news for Superman, but thankfully the battle suit is enough of a distraction, lets Kara knock out Metallo, and just when Jonathan is about to be attacked by Zod's shocked face when he sees that they're still alive, Crypto jumps in to save the day. Although he does take an eye blast to the chest, he will live, and Blank had told Zod that mission was accomplished, so he opens the Phantom Zone projector just in time to release Superman, Eradicator, and Ursa and her little surprise. Superman is able to get a hold of the projector, and Zod has what he wants, so he takes off. He is injured because Crypto was gnawing on him, and everybody's been trying to fight him. So they take off, and Superman manages to get the Phantom Zone projector and release his friends, but he knows that Henshaw will be a problem, and he keeps him in the Phantom Zone because he did kill millions of people when he blew up Coast City during the Return of Superman storyline. So that was very interesting because that does make this still canon, that what happened at Coast City. Meanwhile, we get a shot of whoever the mysterious voice was, and he is apparently spying on everybody inside the Fortress of Solitude. The mystery voice thing is kind of dismissed a little bit, and Zod did escape with his allies, or at least some of them. The Eradicator's on his side now, and he's got Ursa, which is really bad news for Earth. But that will obviously be resolved in a future storyline, because that's where the issue ends. And I know there was a crossover more recently with Green Lantern Corps, so that should be really interesting as well. But we'll get to that after the Action Comics issues are caught up. So overall, this was a great end for the story, although Superman did sort of win. Henshaw's captured, Mongol's out in space, Metallo's defeated, Blank is a blithering mess if he's even still alive. There's some question that I'm sure they won't kill him, but he's a quibbling mess. Although the Revenge Squad was defeated, Zod did escape with Ursa and Eradicator and the little surprise that she had. Overall, I would say it was kind of a draw, but it was a really good story. I highly recommend reading it. It was a lot of fun. My synopsis does not do it justice. The art was actually pretty good, although, I'm not a huge Patch Zurcher fan. He does have a lot of talent, and it was really well drawn. All in all, it was a good story, good issue. I wish they would stop jumping around on artists, though. That's really annoying. I know it's hard with a bi-monthly book. Just make it a monthly title and get one artist to consistently do it, or do two artists. This jumping around with 3 or 4 is really annoying, DC. But otherwise, great story. I plan on buying it in trade. That is what I thought of this one. But as always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, consider hitting a thumbs up for us, and also consider subscribing so you never miss an episode. If you want to help support me by letting me get more comics and being able to devote time to editing these and putting them together, consider going to the Patreon link, which should be either in the description or on the About page. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.